Verse 28. And on that day was closed the mouth of all beasts and of cattle and of birds and of whatever walks and of whatever moves, so that they could no longer speak, for they had all spoken one with another with one lip and with one tongue. And that's, as we know, that's the Hebrew. So we know that the animals were speaking. Today you got the parrot and some birds, they speak, but all animals were speaking to Adam and Eve during the beginning of the time. And that's deep. You understand? For example, like the donkey, the Lord made the donkey talk. When you read the book of Jasher, when Jacob was looking for his son, Joseph, but not knowing he was in Egypt at the time, but, a wolf, I think it was a wolf or a coyote, if I'm not mistaken, was speaking to Jacob to let him know that he's looking for his babies too. That's why when you see dogs and coyotes and animals just wandering, it's because they looking for their babies. And that's a damn shame. You got animals more concerned about their babies than human beings. It just blows your mind. But just for the edification, we just reading it right here. You see how it was at the beginning of the time. The animals were communicating with Adam and Eve. They were speaking in the Hebrew tongue. Okay, let's go down to verse 29. And he sent out of the garden of Eden all flesh that was in the garden of Eden. And all flesh was scattered according to his kinds and according to his types under the places which had been created for them. So the animals, they went to their own kind. So you had lions went that way, tigers went that way. They just scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, verse 30. And to Adam alone did he give the wherewithal to cover his shame of all the beasts and cattle. Verse 31. On this account, it is prescribed on the heavenly tablets as touching all those who know the judgment of the law, that they should cover their shame and should not cover themselves as the Gentiles uncover themselves. So it's importantly for us, just like you see, social media with the sisters out there and brothers too. And also you got the porno industry and all that stuff, and Victoria's Secret and all that. Our sisters are not supposed to, show their cleavage to the world. They're supposed to keep themselves covered. The same with the, brothers too. Okay. So the Lord wants us to be holy, not like the heathens. All right. Now let's jump down to let's go to the book of Adam and Eve, book 1, chapter 3, verse 1 through 18. Now, this book was taken out of the Bible by the Roman Catholic Church. Also, it's like the book of Enoch. And I believe the Adam and Eve was part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, if I'm not mistaken. But I know I know for sure it is part of the Bible. But end of the day, regardless, the Roman Catholic Church controls everything. So the Roman Catholic Church is like, look, we don't want the public to know about these books. We don't want them to know about Book of Jubilees, Book of Adam and Eve. The Vatican City has all the books there. They have records. They have some knowledge that they don't want the public to know about. It is what it is. But let's go to verse 1. Ahia said to Adam, I have ordained on this earth days and years, and thou and thy seed shall dwell and walk in it, until the days and years are fulfilled, when I shall send the word that created thee, and against which thou hast transgressed. The word that made thee come out of the garden, and that raised thee when thou wast fallen. Okay. Verse 2. Yeah, the word that will again save thee when the 5 days and a half are fulfilled. Now we're gonna find out what is this 5 days and a half are fulfilled, because you had Adam that wanted to get back in the Garden of Eden, but Ahiah told Adam, as I'm gonna read this again, verse 2, the word that will again save thee when the 5 days and a half are fulfilled. Okay. So in order for Adam and Eve to get back into that Garden of Eden, they have to wait 5 days and a half. But let's continue. Verse 3. But when Adam heard these words from Ahiah and of the great 5 days and a half, he did not understand the meaning of them. Verse 4. But Adam was thinking that there would be but 5 days and a half for him to the end of the world. Verse 5. And Adam wept and prayed Ahiah to explain it to him. So if you lack of knowledge, of wisdom, understanding, pray to the Lord, fast, and ask him, and he will give you understanding. And he give us the sword, which is the scriptures. Okay, and that's deep right there, to show that Adam was very sincere. Verse 6. Then Ahiah, in his mercy for Adam, who was made after his own image and similitude, explained to him that these were 5,500 years, and how one would then come and save him in his seed. Now we're going to find out who's that one that will come and save him and his seed. Okay, now this is 5,500 years from when Adam and Eve transgressed. Okay, that this event would come. Okay, verse 7. But Ahiah had before that made his covenant with our father Adam in the same terms ere he came out of the garden, when he was by the tree whereof Eve took the fruit and gave it him to eat. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read it again. But Ahiah had before that made his covenant with our father Adam in the same terms ere he came out of the garden, when he was by the tree whereof Eve took the fruit and gave it to him to eat. See, the Most High made a covenant with Adam. But when Adam, listened to his wife, and, we know Eve, what she did, that changed the ball game. So now the Most High is telling Adam that, yeah, you'll return to this garden, but but you got to wait till 5,500 years for that to happen. You see what I'm saying? Because Adam only lived almost 1,000 years. So as we continuously go, and we're going to learn, what does this really mean? Okay. So how Adam going to get back in his Garden of Eden? Because the Garden of Eden today, the place is still there, but you don't really see the Garden of Eden. We're going to find out. We're going to find out more. Just stay tuned. We're just going to keep going. All right. This verse 8. And as much as when our father Adam came out of the garden, he passed by that tree and saw how Ahiah had then changed the appearance of it into another form, and how it withered. Verse 9. And as Adam went to it, he feared, trembled, and fell down. But Ahiah, in his mercy, lifted him up, and then made this covenant with him. You see how beautiful our Heavenly Father is? The Most High show mercy on Adam. He's a forgiving God. He will give you mercy, but you got to be sincere. You got to be humble, and you got to come back to the Most High, and he will give you strength. He will lift you up.